Well, this is probably going to be a short video. It is my video for uh, September 23rd, 2017, and the title is Advice from One Who Does Not Know Me. In my previous video, I was given advice from a lady who obviously has not listened to many of my videos and knows nothing about my history. She wrote, quote, "Get away from the computer, go to the senior center. Talk to the people, tell them your concerns. You will find at least 2 or 3 people that resonate with you. Get organized. Your life will be more fulfilling. Have a strong will and you will see that things will be going better." End quote. I provided a short response and thought I would share more for people who have no idea who I am and what my life has been about for most of the time. Most of the time I have been on this planet. Hopefully this will help some realize the frustration I have expressed in recent videos. I chuckle because I've been doing videos every day. This is my 2,400 and some odd video. I don't know, 2,450 maybe, I'm guessing as to the exact number. But it's in that ballpark. And I have been involved in so many things throughout my life, in creating groups and leading groups and having discussions with people from different points of view. And this has been something that I've been doing for a very, very long time. And when my home was stolen, of course, I lost the ability, actually before my home was even taken, when my family moved in with me, I lost the ability to continue holding meetings in my home. And that went on for over 2 years of the time that I was living in my own home. And then my home was taken and I was with my son, and of course I could no longer have meetings there. And then I moved into an apartment complex, and I immediately, or very shortly after I moved in, I put in a recommendation that they allow me to set up meetings, and I sent them, provided them material on my background and the information that would let them know that I am adept at leading discussion groups, and that's something that I have a strong history in doing. But after a couple of weeks and they didn't respond, I went back to the lady that I was dealing with, and she claimed to have lost the paper that I had given her. And I provided her another paper and continued to check. And after about 2 months of getting nowhere and excuses, I found out that I don't know, I was going to say that she had been fired, but I don't know that that's the reality. In any case, she was no longer there. And then for 2 months, they didn't replace her. And then when they finally did replace her, she was replaced with someone in a different building, same complex, same apartment complex, but a different building in the complex. And so I went and I met with that lady, and the new person who was the social worker is the one that I have to deal with. And again, I made an appointment. And when I finally go to the appointment, I mean, I'm not even there 30 seconds or a minute, and another person walks into the room and starts talking for like 10 minutes or so, nonstop. And I mean, dominated. And then when the other lady finished the conversation with the social worker said she had to go somewhere else and asked that the thing be rescheduled. And I've tried to reschedule it. I've gone back and I've tried to reschedule it, left messages. I've not gotten any response at all. So that's where it sits as far as being able to hold meetings in the apartment complex where I actually live. But folks, bear in mind that I've been doing leading groups and discussion groups and hosting meetings and stuff to get people to become more aware of what's going on in the world, to become more spiritually involved and politically involved. I still belong to a group where the people, several of the people in the group used to belong to the same Restore the Republic movement for the state of Florida that I used to be involved in, but they don't seem to want to discuss these things, or there's one night a month that they allow for somewhat of an open discussion, although it is a guided discussion, more or less. It's not completely open. And they primarily now watch videos. And there's nothing wrong with watching videos, but there's very little discussion that takes place in these meetings that I belong to. And I do still belong to another group that is not it's a spiritual awakening type of group, but again, it doesn't allow a lot of open discussion. You have to stay on point that they want you to stay on. And it's not something that I would allow more of a free flow of ideas. So I'm making this video and expressing a bit of frustration because I have tried to get reestablished, but the rug has been pulled out from under me, and I'm no longer in control of my own life. That's the way I feel. That's why I've expressed an interest in just getting out of here. If I can't play a more positive role, and I can't share with people that are also frustrated by the way things are going in this world, and try to come up with solutions. And I've proposed to the group that I just mentioned a little bit ago, that I belong to for such a long time, that I had people in that group there are people in that group that have been politically active, but it doesn't go anywhere. They don't seem to want to pursue that course anymore. So, this is irritating to me and frustrating, because I want to be involved. I want to make a difference. I want my life to count. But I feel like I'm being blocked on every avenue that would help me get out of the doldrums and at least get to the point where I feel like I'm making a contribution. I spend a lot of time just laying down. Sleeping. Folks, bear in mind, I was still awake at midnight. I went to bed a little after 10 o'clock. I was still awake at midnight. I hadn't fallen asleep yet. 20 minutes after 2, I'm wide awake again. And I get back up at 4 o'clock a.m. because I still haven't been back to sleep. So I've had, at the most, 2 or a little less than 2.5 hours of sleep all night long. That's my night's sleep. And when I try to lay down during the day, it's the same old thing. I can't sleep. Sleep is something that is, it's so important, but I just can't seem to get sleep. There's always interruptions, and even last night, as I laid there trying to sleep, the person in the next apartment is playing their TV or whatever so loud it's just on the other side of the wall in the bedroom. And I can't hear all the words, but I can hear the background noise of somebody either listening to the radio or watching TV right in the adjacent room. So these are things that I have to deal with, and I don't know what the answer is. I'm extremely frustrated. I would like to help. I would like God to help me. I would like there to be a real God that answers prayer, that makes a way where there doesn't seem to be a way. These are things that I'd like to see unfold in my life and turn things around to a more positive direction. Anyway, thank you folks for bearing with me, and namaste.